It is the day that I know the TikTok ban is in front of the Senate. Word on the Senate, word on the street is they are not going to roll through it as quickly as the other folks did, because I think they are very well aware that that is going to have some repercussions in the voting booths this fall. Okay. And so I'm not here to speak on it politically. If you follow me, if you know me, you know where I stand politically. I am not quiet about it, but that is not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is we are near the end of first quarter of 2024, and what all of this can mean to you and your business, right? So here's the thing with a TikTok ban, okay? A TikTok ban is definitely going to strengthen the position of Meta, right? Especially if Meta ends up being the new owner or, invested in the purchase or sale of a TikTok. Because they're really not trying to ban TikTok. What they really seem to be trying to do is force the sale of it, right? Because this bit about it being done to protect our data and our safety and security, a lot of people, including myself, are calling BS. We're calling flag on the play because, hello, Facebook with the 2016 election and all of these platforms are selling our information on the daily, right? That's why I say data is king, right? And you want to own your data as much as possible, as much as you can. So that really is kind of a BS answer, which is part of why they want to either eliminate TikTok or they want to control TikTok, because people are able to get messages out there and really educate and inform others faster than ever in history, which means that there is a lot of power in the hands of the collective. And, I don't always agree with Gen Z. Sometimes they grate my nerves, and I'm sure vice versa too. But I got to hand it to them in understanding their power and using and leveraging their power. Could they sometimes have more strategy in that behind it? Absolutely. But I think we all can, and we've all been there. I don't think they're better than Gen X. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that. I think what they have is something that Gen X didn't have, is they have power in numbers. We are a very small generation that's sandwiched between two very large generations. And that's why we're quote unquote often the forgotten generation. And people try to lump us in with boomers, and baby, please don't do that. Baby, please don't do that. You want to see me act ugly? Lump Gen X in with boomers, because we are not boomers, okay? And what does that have to do with all of this? It has a lot to do with it, because there are a lot of generational differences. And Gen X has a lot more money and assets these days, okay? So they have a lot more power, and they actually have a lot of buying power, and they are actually quite different than boomers. Have we been influenced by boomers? Yes. We were raised by boomers. Many of us, yes. Okay. Many of us also raised millennials. So a lot of us have a lot more millennial tendencies than the general population likes to give us. So that is definitely important to know, because one of the fastest growing groups to get on TikTok during the pandemic, for example, was Gen X. Okay. Gen X, we flocked to TikTok, and we find it entertaining. We also find it educational, and we support millennials and Gen X in what they're doing a lot more than what they think. Y'all just need to stop tripping on us and talking bad about us, because it's not a good look at all. Okay. And I think this is an opportunity for everyone to work together. So someone said, why don't we all buy TikTok? And I'm like, yo, I got 5 on it. 500, right? I got 5, I got 500, I got 50. I got money on it, but they're not going to let that happen. That's not what they're looking to do here. They're looking for some billionaire companies to buy it. And that is where the danger falls. Okay. That is actually, to me, more risky than China having their minor ownership. And let's not forget, I keep reminding y'all, I've had to remind people close to me that TikTok still has offices in the US. In 2019, Oracle and some other companies like got TikTok is like 65% US owned already. So this is truly a forced sale. I'm not going to go and do the breakdown that a lot of other creators have done. It's out there. You can go find it. King Ashley Ann did a great breakdown. I saw it on Instagram last night. She broke down all the numbers and who's who. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to remind you that one, we don't own these platforms. So it's really important to diversify. Okay. I keep telling y'all to diversify. I don't care how much money you're making in the TikTok creator rewards program or their creativity program or from TikTok shop. You are in danger anytime you put all of your revenue streams in one location. Okay. And that can happen with brick and mortar. One of the big things here where I live is, a grocery store in a prime location that a lot of us like has been forced to close because they couldn't come to a rent deal with the owner of the building, right? And so that's a great analogy for these social media platforms. We don't own them. And that is why it is important to have your pair, a spare, and have presence on as many platforms as possible. It does not mean you have to actively be working them all day, every day, but your pair should be your two primary platforms. And if they are both Mark Zuckerberg or Meta owned properties, you do not have a pair. That is a single entity, and it is becoming more and more of a single entity every single day. Right. I was very confused the other day. I thought I was in the inbox messenger. It was looking very much like Messenger. As much and as long as they've tried to keep those two platforms separately, I am leaning toward they might be merging them at some point soon. Okay. So your pair and a spare. Your pair is not Facebook and Instagram. No, boo boo. Your pair should be a Meta owned property if you choose, and like YouTube or TikTok or Pinterest, and then you have your spare. I'm going to tell you my social media strategy in 2024 rests heavily in strengthening SEO, that's search engine optimization. And that's not just Google, that's TikTok, and that's YouTube, and that is Pinterest. Okay. You need that search engine strength to be able to be discovered and be found. Okay. My 2024 social media strategy also includes heavily short form video, right? And short form video is anything, in my opinion, up to 3 minutes, and you want to have it be vertical. Okay. Now, TikTok is definitely paying for longer videos, and they are giving longer videos preference in their feed. Okay. And so you will, even though I said vertical, you will see me take snippets of 3 to 8 and even up to the full 10 minutes of longer form content that I have and repurpose it and put it on TikTok because it does very well. So why not? Why would I not do that? Right. So you definitely want those in your mix. I'm not going to give my full social media strategy for 2024, but I am giving you those short form video and SEO. Okay. It's no secret that Pinterest is definitely a huge part of my 2024 social media strategy, because you cannot put all of your eggs, again, in Mark Zuckerberg's baskets. And you also want to make sure that you have that search engine strength. Okay. So again, YouTube Shorts, you want TikTok, and you want to be repurposing, resharing, and redistributing that short form video content over on to